What up, everybody? On the upcoming episode 6, season 2 of Raising Kanan, it's gonna go from bad to worse for your boy Famous. He done got kicked out of his mom's house, was homeless for a little while, and Kanan started stealing from his family's business, stole some crack to begin with. Then he stole some money, and so with all that money added up, he was able to get Famous into a place. But he still got to be able to live and support himself, and probably even pay rent. Crown Camacho got him into the place, but I'm sure he still has to pay some kind of rent. They're not just giving it to him for free or whatever. So someone who got kicked out, like a lot of people get kicked out of their mom's house at an early age, he didn't have many options. He's still just a high school age kid left with few options. And even though in season 1 we were told by Kanan, he told Jukebox that Crown Famous isn't built for this life. This was more something D Wiz would be into. But his situation or his circumstances has kind of forced his hand now to get into this life, and that's how it honestly does. The trap honestly traps a lot of people to get into it, and then traps them into the game once they're into it by using their situation, their circumstances against them, and really placing that as really the only option. And sometimes it may just be for some people. So right now he doesn't have too many options in life. Sell dope or rob are his options as a kid right now, who's homeless, trying to support his own self, trying to make music, trying to find a way out. But life's circumstances has forced Famous's hand to get into the streets and living this life with Kanan. So now we're seeing him and Kanan, they're back on the street corner again. The first time it was trying to sell his tapes, and that didn't go good at all. Then it was them selling that work he stole from the trap house, and that went really well. So now we done find out they done got another bag, and they're moving it on the same corner they've been hustling on. But this time they get ran up on by some cops, and Kanan gets away, but they get Famous. So Famous about to get locked up. And then we also see a scene, Kanan is asking his uncle Marvin for help. So let me say, and a lot of people are predicting that Famous is about to snitch and he's gonna get killed, and could possibly be. I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But oftentimes in the power universe, death is something they show quite a bit. There's a killing here, killing there, whatever. But in real life, that might happen here and there, but more often or not, people are getting out. People are, as power kills the people off the show, they kill them off. But in real life, if you see people go ghost for a season, it's because they get locked up and they have to do that year, 2 year, 3 year sentence, sometimes more than that, 7-year sentence. I was in a courthouse. I seen a guy literally I was doing court at the same time, going to court for something, and this kid was going to court before me, and I seen him get 7 years in prison for 7 grams of crack. No lie. Oh my God, my heart dropped when I heard that, because knowing what I was out there doing, that like that kind of stayed with me for a couple days anyway. But yeah, so in real life, people going away, so it could just be that Kanan goes to Marvin for I keep wanting to call this dude Crown, for Famous's bail money, and Marvin says he can't help him with it. So that might be why we see Kanan back on the street corner, and this time he gets robbed, because I think he's trying to go. I don't know how he's getting this work. I don't know, because is he stealing it again? Because I don't know, because they know he has a bag. He did admit that he got a bag, so I don't know where he gets this work from. That's going to be another question that's going to have to be answered in the before Famous ever gets locked up, or they ever out there. We're going to have to find the answer out. Who is supplied Kanan with this bag that they get locked up for, that Famous gets locked up for. But yeah, I think, you know, he might go ghost for a season, because he might have to do this bid for real, or he might, you know, talk. Then things get a little dicey. Then what's gonna happen with, if he starts talking, then I don't know, then all cards are off the table, because then if he starts talking, they cannot then let this kid back on the streets. It won't be safe for him on the streets. Streets gonna need a body like the song he made. So he ain't gonna go back to living life as normal if he starts talking. And he does know a lot. He knows that Kanan was the person who also shot at Buck 20, whether it was him or D-Wiz who actually hit it. Was Kanan was also shot, and Famous was there that day. I don't know what else he honestly knows. Does he know about the blue caps, that Kanan was involved with that? I honestly don't even think he knows about that. So how much he could actually talk is very limited. He could put Kanan at the point of that Buck 20, and that could possibly be, but yeah. But then I want to start. So I don't know how they're going to release him and how he's going to get found or whatever. But I heard someone come up with the scenario that, just like, because obviously Famous's real name is Sean. He's named in Sean's son. I mean, not Sean's son. Kanan's son is named Sean. So he's named after Famous. So Kanan's best friend, Famous. So I've heard someone have the say that just like Kanan killed his son Sean, he's gonna have to also kill his best friend Famous, whose name is Sean. And this could be also true. He could have to be the one who kill Famous for snitching. I don't know. It's gonna be up in the air what's going to happen with this whole situation here. But it's done got from bad to worse for Famous. He might have been from living at his mama's house, from living at the streets, getting his own place, finally looking better, living in a box. Either way, a jail cell box or a box under the ground. We'll see what about to happen with Famous moving forward. And is Rock calling Lou to put the hit to do the hit on Famous? Because we do see them discussing if he missed Worrell on purpose, and he told her straight up, I don't do that no more. So she might have to go another route yet again to get Famous dealt with. But we're gonna see what happens with this situation. Just came to me. We got to take into consideration that Famous is not an adult. He's probably only 15 or 16, at the oldest 17 years old. So they would not most likely be able to send him to jail or a prison. They would have to either let him go to his mom's, which is not going to happen because she's already kicked him out, or they're going to have to put him in a juvenile detention program. So they might send him away somewhere to foster care. They might put him in juvenile detention, or they might have to just let him go because he's a juvenile and send him back for a court date. So they gotta handle it. They might handle it like an adult because this is power, but considering the fact that he's only 15 or 16 in this show, you gotta know they gotta handle him a little different. So that could be a big factor in how this is handled. But I don't know, because as I said earlier in the video, that Kanan might be trying to come up with his bond money. But I don't think you can get bond when you're a juvenile. I don't think they do bond for juveniles. But we'll see. That's also just wanted to add that.